Welcome back to the For Purpose Podcast. My name is Jaden Boyce, and I'm solo bozo as I'm trying to figure out this mic for a second. Solo bozo today. No John, no guest. This is a special edition to the For Purpose Podcast, though, because we're doing playoff predictions. I'm doing playoff predictions today, so don't worry. We're going to come out with another episode on Thursday. Don't you worry. But yeah, we're doing playoff predictions today. John had to work. He had to actually pay the bills. I'm a broke college student, so I decided not to work and to film this instead. But my goodness, have these playoffs not been fantastic? Are you kidding me? I mean, we're going into the semifinals, and none of the teams with the first round bye are sitting here waiting for us to watch them. Yeah, because they all got out. And it'll be interesting to see what college football does next year with the committee, what changes, what blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't matter because we're in the semis right now. We got the Sugar Bowl, or is that Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl. My goodness, my bad, that's on me. Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl. Notre Dame versus Penn State, Ohio State versus Texas. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a great weekend for college football. Thursday and Friday. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be physical. It's going to be fun. Whew. First game up, though, Notre Dame, Penn State, predictions. We're going to talk about it. Everything you need to know, everything I need to know. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm a big quarterback guy. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to sit here and say I like watching football for quarterback play. I truly do. Drew Aller versus Riley Leonard. Pick your poison. I don't know, honestly. I don't know who the better quarterback right now in college football is between those two. Drew Aller, better pro prospect, I'd say. Definitely a better professional. I mean, that second touchdown he had, my goodness. I mean, some of the throws he has are fantastic. Does he have Tyler Warren to bail him out? Sometimes, yes. But every good quarterback has a great tight end. I feel like, excuse me, I had a nice burp. That was a bad, not burp, hiccup. When you get those hiccups and you just can't get rid of them, that's me right now today. It's just that was weird. I'm probably never going to do that again. I apologize for that. But Riley Leonard rushed for 110 yards last week. He has 710 rushing yards on the season. Just to put that in weird little fun fact, Quinshon Judkins for Ohio State has 800 around there, and then Travion Henderson has 751, I think, yards on the season. So for Riley Leonard to have 710 yards as a quarterback, I know those two kind of split carries, but still, is that not wild to think about? That's how good of an athlete he is. And this is out of a football season that we've seen that usually we see the Johnny Manziels, the Cam Newtons, we see the Lamar Jacksons, we see the Jaden Daniels even. We see this, we see Kyler Murray. We see these like dual threat quarterbacks. Did those just weirdly go away? Let's just think about that for a second. I mean, who do we have that's a nice dual threat quarterback? Because I'm just thinking. I wouldn't sit here and say Shedeur Sanders is a dual threat quarterback at all. I wouldn't say Cam Ward's a dual threat quarterback at all. Dylan Gabriel's not a dual threat. Will Howard's not a dual threat. Who do we have who's a top tier dual threat quarterback? Yeah, guys, his name's Riley Leonard, and that's one of the only ones right now in college football who's doing it effectively and making his team win. That's scary. It's not easy for defenses to guard that in college. That's why college quarterbacks who are dual threats kind of succeed a lot sometimes. So Riley Leonard, I know he had only 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions at a slow start of the season, but he's been nothing but good for this team down the stretch with Marcus Freeman. Notre Dame, they're dangerous. The way they beat Georgia, I mean, that's just not what you do. Like against a Georgia team where everyone's like, oh, they're backup quarterbacks. And let's not act like everyone wasn't on the Nick Saban said he was really good. Oh, he was a stud in Georgia. He's probably an upgrade from Carson Beck. Oh, but now it's like, oh, they had a backup quarterback. No, that Notre Dame win was not only good, but it was fantastic. Notre Dame's very good. Georgia, I thought, was good. That's a team everyone's picking to win the championship, it seemed like. So why wouldn't we kind of get on the Notre Dame bandwagon in a way? I'll tell you why. Because Penn State, Tyler Ward, Nick Singleton, Katran Allen, they're studs. I'll just put this for a perspective. Nick Singleton last week rushed for 177 yards and 26 carries. Katran Allen rushed for 28 yards on 204 carries. Do I need to speak more? How do you stop that? That's insane. 2 running backs who are fantastic. 2 running backs that will be professionals one day. From a team where, for organization where Saquon Barkley came from. And then you have Tyler Ward, who's an alien. What can he do? He's one of the best tight ends I've seen with my 2 eyes at the college level. He'll moss you. He'll go in wildcat. Rush for a decent amount of yards. He'll even throw the ball sometimes. Tyler Warren is an alien, and he might be the best player in college football as we speak. Oh, wait, no, I spoke too soon because there's a man named Abdul Carter who is, the number one prospect going into the NFL draft this year? I mean, my goodness. I mean, Penn State with James Franklin, who I know he gets a lot of hate, but I think he's a fantastic coach, and he gets way too much hate. But, I mean, this is – and I don't even know where to go for this game because it's so interesting. Drew Aller, Penn State, quarterback-wise, I wouldn't say they have, like, the best quarterback history. I mean, there's a man named Trace McSorley, throw it on a die. Like, yeah, I'm not going to sing that. But they have great quarterback play this year. I think that's kind of different from a lot of Penn State years. And I think they can rely on that a little bit. Same with the way Notre Dame can rely on their quarterback, though. Where are we going to put Notre Dame Riley Leonard compared to past Notre Dame quarterbacks? Is he a Sam Hartman? I don't know. Is he a Jack Cohen? Probably better. Is he a Deshaun Kaiser? Probably not that good. Is he good? Yes. Y'all are like, okay, stop like hyping up both these teams. Like, do we have negatives to both these teams? I don't see negatives. I see positives. And I think we can look at too many things that these teams can't do. Let's look at what these teams can do. Put points up. Is that a simple way to say? Penn State's defense couldn't stop Oregon to save their life, but they still put up, 35 points in that game, Big Ten championship game? Not bad. Notre Dame, what'd they put up? They put up 20-23 against Georgia. I forget that total score. And they put up 30 against Indiana. I forget. It doesn't matter. Both these teams can put up points. Their defenses at times, Penn State looks very vulnerable, especially when they didn't have Abdul Carter. It kind of looked like Boise State could just go down the field and do what they wanted in a way. Their defensive backs kind of scare me the way they played against Boise State. Notre Dame's defense, though, has been fantastic. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know, guys. This is fun. This is interesting. Prediction-wise, who am I going with? Penn State team that I have kind of been high on-ish. Not really. I'm not going to lie. I kind of think this Penn State team's been overrated. Against SMU, their offense, I didn't see do a ton, but their defense was fantastic. They truly were. So who am I going with? That's a good question. Who am I going to sit here and finally, because I'm going to just make my prediction right now. Notre Dame. And why Notre Dame over Penn State? I'm going to put it simple for you. Penn State's one of their better games against Ohio State, losing 2013, I think. That was a game where I was like, okay, Penn State's dangerous. Their defense is dangerous. Their defense looked vulnerable last week. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it right now. They really did. Notre Dame, Riley Leonard's the quarterback I'd rather have right now, probably, with what he can do as a dual threat quarterback. So I'm going to lean. Marcus Freeman has nothing to lose. This Notre Dame team, nobody thought they were going to be in this situation. I don't want people thinking, oh, I thought Notre Dame. No, you didn't. College football is better when Notre Dame's doing good. I'm going with the Notre Dame fighting. The luck of the Irish right now. Notre Dame's hot right now. I think they're going to beat Penn State in a close game, 27-24. Notre Dame wins. That'll be a fun game. Now, sitting here going for the Ohio State Buckeyes game. Who are we going with? It's a game we're going to be at. A game we're going to vlog, actually. So you're going to get the in-depth behind the scenes of that. My predictions will be early. Usually I say my predictions for the vlog, but just going to a little like foreshadowing, I guess. I got to remember what I predict. So I'll probably change my predictions by the vlog. But Cotton Bowl game where Quinn Ewers goes back to Ohio State. It's kind of people ask Quinn Ewers, did you play at Ohio State? I feel like he'd say I went to school at Ohio State. I saw Joe Burrow. He said the same thing. He didn't play a ton. I don't even know if he had a pass. I saw a highlight from it. It's just him handing the ball off. But Quinn Ewers, a lot of hate recently. I love the man. I love Quinn Ewers, though. I mean, without the mullet, too. I mean, he just looks like such a good guy. Respectable man. Been hated on. But why? He lived up to his 5-star Peyton Manning level standards? No, but I don't care. He's been good, and he's been good enough for Texas to keep winning these games. And I get Arch Manning. I love Arch Manning. I truly do. He's one of my favorite players in college football. I want him to play. I don't want him to succeed. But no, Quinn Ewers is the answer right now. And I do think this these last year at Texas. I think he's going to go somewhere else. Who knows where? That'll be a different discussion for a different time. But how does Texas win this game is what I'm trying to get at. Matthew Golden has to pop off again. Last week he had, let's see here, he had 198 yards and a touchdown. 9 receptions. That's insane. Big play maker. But when it comes down to, I think, teams like Texas, it takes a guy to kind of like take the horns and go and impress Bevo, I think is the name. They're letting him on the sidelines, by the way. That could be dangerous. But it's going to take a guy like Quinn Ewers to come out here, perform, have that switch that he can just be a gamer. So quarterbacks just have gamer mentalities, and they can just play like that. I think we're going to need that from Quinn Ewers a lot if you're a Texas fan. So I honestly think that defense, they've scared me, yes. But I think it's a good defense. I think it's a better defense in Oregon for sure. Someone just argues the best defense behind Ohio State right now that they're playing, the level they're playing at. But they let an Arizona State team put up 31 points and come back. That scares me. Steve Sarkisian's going to have his boys ready, though. Nothing to worry about if you're a Texas fan. Oh, wait, there is something to worry about. Got to worry about a man named Jeremiah Smith. This is a man who's 18 years old. He just became legal. Like, I don't even know. Like I think was he a 2007? No, he's not a 2007 birthday, but he's a 2006 birthday. I mean, Cars. I think Cars was the movie was made before he was born. That's insane. Me and him are the same age. Like, what am I doing? I'm talking about this game. He's going out playing it. I'm sitting here talking about what teams can and can't do. He's putting up 290 yards against Oregon. That's insane. So, yeah, you just have to stop him. Then you should be good. Oh, no. There's a guy who wears number 32, I think. There's a leader on that team. There's a leader named Travion Henderson. He had 174 yards last week. You got to worry about him, too. You got to worry about him. He's kind of the Aaron Jones type, the leader. I mean, he means so much to the Ohio State program. If I was a diehard Ohio State fan, he'd probably be one of my favorite players. He's scarlet. I mean, he bleeds Ohio State red. He truly does. OHIO. That's him. He's kind of the definition of that. So you're gonna have to worry about him. So then you should be good after that. There's a man named Quinton Judkins. Did you forget about him? Quinton Judkins, a guy who had over 800 yards rushing this season. He had 120 yards last week. You're going to have to worry about him too. Okay, then you should be good. If you can take care of Jeremiah Smith, Travion, and Quinton, you should be good. There's a man named Emeka Ibuka. Are we forgetting a man named Mac who probably will be a first-round draft pick? Not probably. He will be a first-round draft pick in the upcoming NFL draft. Did we somehow just randomly forget about him? Yeah, you're going to have to worry about him. Okay, then you should be good, though. Then you should. No, Carnell Tate, too. The man who wears 1-7 is fantastic. Carnell Tate's a dog. I'm sorry to say it, but he is. You have to definitely worry about him. How are you going to stop him, too? I mean, he, on any other team, him or Matthew Golden, I'd probably lean Matthew Golden, but you put him on that Texas team, he's a stud. You put him on any other team, like, imagine him on Penn State. Imagine him on Notre Dame. Like, oh, my goodness, he'd be talked about so highly. So Carnell that you're gonna have to worry about too. You worry about by the way, G Scott's not bad either. Okay, yeah. Defense wise, I mean, they don't have much. They just have a man named Caleb Downs. Okay, again, Ohio State's defense has been fantastic. I think in the first half of games, the past 2 playoff games, they've averaged 12 points a game against offenses. Their defense has only allowed 12 points a game. That's insane. Against a Tennessee SEC defense, everyone was going crazy about. And against an Oregon offense, they only allowed 8 points in the first half, dude. Some would say a garbage touchdown at the end of that first half. But Oregon team that Penn State allowed 45 points, I think, against. Are you kidding me right now? This Ohio State defense might be the best part of their game. And their offensive line, they've had so many switch arounds. But they've just, Donovan Jackson has been able to be like move around so greatly. Luke Montgomery's been able to step up. Carson Hinsman, yeah, he was a stud at right guard. Then he goes to center. He's been fantastic for them this year, Carson Hinsman. And yeah, he's family. He's family basically. So of course I'm going to hype him up. But shout out Carson. But yeah, no, the Ohio State team has been great the past 2 games. And that Michigan loss, I know we can all talk about, it was terrible. Was it the best thing that could happen for them? I think so. I heard there was meetings where people were crying. They were yelling. The words were spoken. They just got everything out. And ever since then, they've been fantastic. And I am going to apologize. My sincere apologies. Shout out Coach Bailey. We used to have a podcast, B&B podcast. We'd have a segment. It was I forget the sponsor, but it was our sincere apologies. I apologize to you, Ryan Day. What I see out the emotions that you've been trying, I kind of questioned. I was like, what is emotion? Like after the Michigan loss, I was like, it didn't look like Coach Moore was kind of like more outgoing in the fights and all that. He was just like shocked, looking around. You've been fantastic the last 2 games. You have been a coach we have to talk about highly of right now. We have to. And we can sit here and say, Ohio State, they spent all this money. I think Texas has spent more money than them this year. Same with Oregon. Ryan Day's been fantastic as a head coach. It's not about how hard. I think, it's not about how hard you get hit down. It's about how fast you can come up. And he's came up so fast. That was a punch to the throat against Michigan. And they've been able to respond and come back. That's been fantastic. But Texas, again, Texas is not a team to sleep on. Texas is not. If you're a Texas fan, you have to be happy about this team. Quinn Ewers has been good. He's been very good. Quinn Ewers, I think he's going to come back another year. I don't know if it'll be at Texas or not, but I think he will. But pocket passer, he can sit in there. Matthew Golden's been great. I think Wisner's, if I'm pronouncing it, their running back. He had a very good game last week. He had, let me see here, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. So they've been great. I think the question is how much you bring Arch Manning in. That'll be interesting to see. But quarterback versus Quinn Ewers versus Will Howard. I would lean. Oh man, I just imagine Quinn Ewers with the weapons Will Howard has. That's what I'm gonna say. But Will Howard as a leader. So I'm gonna lean Quinn Ewers for quarterback play. But Will Howard as a leader recently. Oh my goodness, this man's been a lead as a leader. He's been fantastic. It's been great seeing him as a leader for sure. And it's been almost addicting to see the passion that he has for this team. You see him after the games. He's so proud of all his, just a great guy. Very good guy. But Will Howard, he's been playing at an elite level too. I mean, the throws that he had, he might miss 1 or 2 throws a game. Okay. Who cares? The amount of throws he makes, that touchdown to Mac was fantastic. The touchdown in Tennessee to Jeremiah Smith was fantastic. Some of those throws he has are gamer throws that he has. So quarterback, lean Ewers, but Will Howard's been fantastic this year as well. Will Howard, fun fact, is what's his record? His record's 0-3 against Texas, though. So this will be a big game for him. I think 2021 he lost, 2022 lost, 2023 he lost to Texas. So this will be interesting for him to start out 2025 with a win against a team that he hasn't been able to win against. Texas leads 2-1. They had the advantage that in all-time records. They've only played 3 times. That's insane to think about. Horns down. I'm going Horns down, though. Texas and Ohio State tie the series at 2-2. Ohio State goes to the national championship in Georgia. The Devil did go down to Georgia. And, that'll be nice to see, I think. Ohio State's going to win. You can't listen to me on everything, but you basically can. 95% of my predictions come true. So basically what I'm saying will come true. It'll be a fun game to be at. The vlog's going to come out. It's going to be nice. It's going to be fun. It's going to be energetic. But make sure to tune in to the vlogs. Make sure to subscribe also. There's so many people who watch this who don't even subscribe. I see people comment. I see people like the videos. And you guys can't even subscribe. Come on, help us out. We'll have better content out if you subscribe. These trips, they aren't cheap. I'll say that. So if you keep wanting high volume vlogs and kind of the behind the scenes, how it is for the families that go to these games and stuff, subscribe, keep watching. Please do. We thank you for all the support and love from all y'all. We're going to have another podcast come out Thursday. I believe so. Another interview. This is kind of just a special little, I don't even know what you call it, episode for a purpose. Kind of like that holiday, the Disney XD shows would have a holiday special. That's kind of this added on. So thank you guys for watching. It's going to be a fantastic playoff. I forgot to say Penn State, Notre Dame, 9-1's the record. They're tied right now. That series is tied. I obviously think Notre Dame's going to make it 10-9-1. It's going to be fun. It's going to be energetic. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in every single week. Have a great day or night. Go Buckeyes.